他介绍完再转过来我这边说。
准备开始了。
那
看这里吧。
录音呢？我不用带麦什么的。
不用，能听得到的。
啊。
你大声一点。
我要大声一点。
大声一点点。
开始了，开始。
Hi guys, this is Tina from StillMate. Thanks for you taking time to our StillMate online booth. I believe StillMate is not strange to our fans. Take this time, we will want to introduce our product TPMS. Please, our partner will to have a general introduction. Thanks.
Hello guys, I am Will. Thanks for taking your time to our booth. And as you know, our StillMate is not strange to our friends. And let me have brief introduction for our StillMate first. And our StillMate is more than 27 years and have been one of the leading company in automotive electronic product area. And our TPMS, you can see that our TPMS, we have the product TPMS car assistant, parking sense, parking assist system. We also developed the new product for the blind spot detector, baby cell alarm, and one safety system for road condition warning. And I believe one of them will be your favorite products. And we will develop more up-to-date product range to catch the market developments, provide better service to our customer. And today we are going to introduce our leading market product TPMS, tire pressure monitoring system. And when our StillMate brand TPMS have been one of the top sale model in China. And what is the TPMS? TPMS is the system that automatically monitoring the real-time tire pressure during the car driving and alarming for tire leakage and low pressure and other abnormal situations to ensure our driving safety. And for the approximately 75% of the load side accidents are preceded by a slow leakage of under inflation pressure. So it's very important to have the TPMS on our car. The most important point why we have the TPMS is the safety. So just like our StillMate slogan that since safety, since StillMate. So we made the TPMS as the most important point of the safety. And what kind of the advantage of the TPMS? Why we need the TPMS? Let me show you on the PPT one by one. First, we can reduce our tire wear and the tire wear and the tear. Just means we can make our tire more be useful use and then saves our tire replacement money. And then next point is the tire unbalance prevention. That means we can use our TPMS to keep our tire pressure to a stable tire pressure. Just like that, we can use our TPMS to adjust our tire pressure to the sand and the normal range, such as to the 2.5 bar. So we can make our tire to balance in the driving. And next point, we can optimize our time management. This means that we can use our TPMS to optimize our time and then to monitoring the tire pressure, temperature, and then low to low, how is the situation of our tire. And next point, is we can also have the fuel saving advantage. Why we can fuel saving? Because as you know, when we in a driving situation, we need to in the driving situation, if our tire pressure is too low, so we will be use more fuel to driving the car, so we will be consume more fuel in your normal driving. So if we have one still-made TPS, we can adjust our tire pressure to a 0 tire pressure. So we can have the normal driving and then to have the normal consumption of the fuel. The last point is the more important point, just I prefer to say, if the safety driving. Safety driving, that means we can keep our tire pressure to be a safety pressure, and then we can monitoring the temperature and monitoring the tire pressure in the safety range. So we can have the safety driving when we go outside to have the work, have the charging. So we can safety go out and safety come back to the home, to our family. And next page is you can see that this is our Lomo solar TPS displays. And we still make now develop all kinds of the different appearance solar display for our product range for the requirement of our different customer. And we still may not only have the solar display TPS, we also have other display TPS such as the cigarette plug one, and in-dash AV monitor one, and then the USB connection to show the data on the hand-rated one. So we have different kind of the TPS to fulfill different kind of the requirements of the customer. What's more, we also have we normally have the car TPS for the 4-wheel, and then we also have the 6-wheel car, and then we also develop for the up to 30 wheels for the truck TPS. And this is for the car and truck range. We also have the 2-wheel range for the motorcycle TPS. And let's continue. And this, you can see that this is the normal situation for the solar display situation. This is the showing the data of the temperature, showing the data of the tire pressure, and then this is the battery situation of the display. You can see that this is the sun, so this is there is the solar panel of the display, so it can be used no need to charge the battery of it, and then in the daytime it can be normally used in the Sunday time, and then if in the nighttime it also can be used. Normally is when you charge full battery of this solar display, it can be used for 1 month's time in the normal driving. And then this is the bra and pitch side for the tire pressure, and this is the temperature unit. So this is a basic introduction for our solar display. And we can show you the abnormal function situation, what happened to have the wronging to the driver. First one is you can say that this is the wronging point flash. This is a low pressure wronging. It's 1.6 bar, so it's a low pressure we are setting. So when the pressure reach this unit will be a wronging to you. And next is the high pressure wronging. High pressure warming, that means that is the tire pressure is higher than the setting unit you setting. So will be the warming flash to remind you your tire pressure is so high, you need to adjust it. And then is the air leakage warning. You can see this icon 2.5, 2.4, 2.3, so 2.2, so to see that the tire pressure is leakage in the slow speed. And then is the high temperature warming. High temperature warming when the tire temperature is higher than your higher and which to your parameter you setting. So will be the warning for remind you your tire is in the high temperature situation. So you need to adjust your temperature and have the rest for the tire. And next is the sensor low battery warning. When there is the LO icon on the screen, so it remind you the battery of the sensor is in the low power situation. So in this situation, you need to have the idea to change your internal sensor or replace the battery of the external sensor. And for this point, for our internal sensor, our battery lifetime is more than 5 years, and for the external sensor, it can be used for around 2 years, and then external sensor can be replaced the battery. And I will have the detailed introduction for the last page for the sensor part. And next function is for the sensor failure warning. What it means is that when the display showing this icon, that means the sensor signal is losing for the display. So you need to check. You need to check the sensor is whether properly installed on the tire. If not properly installed, you need to adjust your sensor and then to pair to the display again, so there will be the data on the display. And another situation, if your car install other electronic products such as the DVR, such as the power charge machine around the car side, so there may be some interference for the signal transformation of the sense of our sensor and the display. At this moment, you just move your display to the other side of the car, so you can see what situation can be happen. The sensor failure will be solved at this solution. And next page is our solar power display. You can see that this is the picture for showing is in the daytime driving situation. So there will be the sun here, and the battery is charging for the sunlight to the solar panel. So it can be charging in the daytime situation. And then when you in the nighttime situation, you can see that there is no sun logo on it, so it also can be used in the nighttime. And then in the nighttime, so you can see that it's a very dark situation. So but our display have the smart auto adjust brightness switch function. That means our display can adjust automatically according to the sunlight intensity. That means in the nighttime, if low any sunlight to the driver or to the solar display, the screen can be adjust the brightness based on the differentiation to let the driver to see the tire pressure data to be clearly, to not be flashed its eyes. For next part, we will talk about our TPS sensor. TPS sensor, for the internal sensor, we have different kind of the valve type to suitable for different type of the wheel. Such as just I mentioned at the first that we have the sensor for the normal car, for the 4-wheel and the 6-wheel, and also have the internal sensor and external sensor for the truck and also for the motorcycle. So we have different type of the sensor and display to use for different type of the car, truck, and motorcycle. And this page is show the advantage of our internal sensor. You can see that this very high precision for the internal sensor because it's installed inside of the tire, so it can test the tire pressure very precise of the tire. And then last point is I need to mention is the battery life. Battery life of this internal sensor is more than 5 years. It's more than 5 years. So 5 years is in the normal usage situation. Normally we drive the car around 2 or 4 hours per day. So it can be used for around 5 years for this internal sensor. And next is our basic component of our internal sensor. You can see that it have the housing, have the battery part, PCB part, valve, gasket, nut, and the valve cap. All this part is our installation of one part by our Steelmate side. For our housing, we have the high temperature resistant, use the ABS. It's with the high temperature resistant material and low softy and the low deformation. So it's very strong for this housing. And for the PCB part, we use ultrasonic welding and highly airtight suitable for harsh environment. This means our sensor can withstand the very hot weather and also can withstand the very cold weather, such as we can use such as a place in Thailand, in Indonesia. The temperature is very high, so it's not of it cannot be used because our Steelmate sensor is very good quality, can be suitable for the harsh environment. Even for the very cold weather, such as the Russia and the other place with the very cold weather, it also can be used our TPS. And for the battery, we use the Japanese Maxell battery. It can be the 5 years lifespan for the use. That means that just like my explanation before, in the normal driving for the 2 or 4 hours per day, it can be used for 5 years. And for the PC part, we use the Infineon chip inside it. German Infineon chip inside it, so it can provide more accuracy and the lower power consumption of our part to make our sensor to detect the tire pressure and the temperature more precise than other brand products. And for this valve and nut, we use the aviation grade management aluminum oil. It's very this part will be faster and lighter and faster heat displacement. So you can weight for this internal sensor is very light because you use the aviation aluminum part, and it's very faster and will have the faster heat dissipation. And for this video is for the basic installation of our internal sensor. You can see how our internal sensor install on the tile. You can see this installation process is very professional and very easy for during this process. So for the internal sensor, we suggest to use for some tile shop or some have the basic installation technology person to handle. So we suggest to use this internal sensor. And for the if our customer want to install themselves, we suggest they to use the external sensor. External sensor, you can see that external sensor, the advantage is for the easy installation for the customer. It's very convenient. It's very easy for installation if you use the external sensor. And external sensor, and for the battery nighttime auto is shorter than the internal sensor. It's around 2 years or 2 or 3 year lifespan for the battery. But the battery of the external sensor can be replaced by customer. Just mean when you run out of the power battery of the sensor, you can replace the battery of it by yourself. Let's see that this is very convenient for the DIY installation, and it's very little sensor, and the weight only 9 grams and very light. And this video is example for you how to install the external sensor. It's very convenient for the DIY side. This is the nut, and then to install the sensor or the valve, and then fix it, and then use the hand and the spanner to fasten, and then check whether have the leakage or not. If low leakage is finished install, then show the data. So the external sensor is very convenient. Just I mentioned this, the external sensor is easy for installation, and then it's the replacement, and then the battery can be replaced. It will be replaced by customer themselves. So if the customer want to have some installation process and want to install one TPS by themselves, we suggest them to use the external sensor. And then our external sensor also have the IPX7 waterproof advantage. That means we can put our sensor in the 1 meter of water for 30 minutes. So we have passed this standard. This is our basic introduction for our TBS side. So let me check the radio for our factory production. Then we have the more detailed introduction for the TBS for the detailed model for our solar model and for our US model. Let's our fans to check the radio first.
Hello guys, I'm Abby. Today I'm going to show you around the workshop and the testing center in Steelmate to see how the workshop are running and how our product is being produced in the production line, as well as what the testing center is capable of. So let's go and look around the workshop first. Okay, now we are at the entrance of the SMT workshop. And you can see that here is the dressing room for the workshop staff to change into their ESD gears and shoes. Let's go inside to see what's going on there. After checks, here we are in SMT workshop. As you can see, there are 10 production lines over here to mount the electronic components on PCBs. With the production capacity of more than 200 million pieces of PCBs of electronic components each month. In the following minutes, I will take a closer look and show you how the tiny electronic components are being mounted. As you can see, the bare PCB piled in good order is fitting inside the machine for surface cleaning. After cleaning, the PCB will be conveyed to this Siemens machine. Look, the robotic arms are dispersing the solder paste onto the predefined area on the PCB, according to the computing program. Of course, we got quality check station here right after the solder paste printing process, to check whether the printing work was done well or not. Then, the PCB will continue to be conveyed next to the small chamber where robotic arms pick up the tiny electronic components, such as resistor, capacitor, diodes, chipsets, and place them onto the specific location based on the computing program. After components placed onto the solder paste layer, we will have them to go through this reflow soldering oven for a certain time at certain temperature, so that the components are firmly soldered with the PCBs. Okay, here we are at the last workstation, AOI testing station. Each and every piece of solder PCB will be inspected by AOI tester for any functional or physical defect. Then the OK populated PCBs will be placed into the anti-static plastic box and transferred to DIP workshop for further processing. Now we are in DIP workshop. We can see this PCB from SMT workshop are in place, and this PCB will be inserted with other plug-in electronic components. So right after plug-in components insertion and before waving soldering, we have a check station to visually inspect whether components are inserted correctly without any defect. Then, as what is done in SMT workshop, you got the components soldered onto the PCB. So the wave soldering oven is in place to solder the components for a certain time at a certain temperature. When the solder PCB come out of the oven, we have got a checking station here visually inspected the soldering quality. At last, to ensure quality and functions of the components and the PCBAs, we've got ICT test at the end of the line to give all PCBAs a thorough physical and functional inspection. And the PCBA tested OK will be transferred to assembly workshop. Well, now we are in the parking assist system assembly workshop. In this workshop, the finished products will be assembled and packaged manually. We can see that after assembling parts onto the PCBAs, the semi-finished products will have to go through a test machine for functional test. After the scheduled parts are assembled, we have a check station here to test again all the functional performance of the product before they can be through to package station. This is roughly how our product is being produced and how the workshop are running. And next, I will show you around the testing center and tell you what it's capable of. Hey guys, now we are standing in front of gate of the testing center. Let's go and take a closer look. Wow, look at this certificate. Here we get testing capability approvals from national organization and OEM customers. The testing center is accredited by CNAS in accordance with ISO 17025 general work requirements on testing and calibration. Going forward, we will see the automotive test system. It is a testing system that can simulate the harsh electronic environments in vehicle and test the anti-interference capability of power supply electronic pumps for the product. Next to it is the shielding room, where CI tests are performed to verify the capability of the product to affect other objects. Here is another room with test device sourced from Japan. It can simulate as high as 30 kV static charge to test the product. Out of anti-static test room, we now come into environmental test room. You can see the test chambers are all occupied by the products being tested. High temperature tests and low temperature tests, salt spray tests are being performed in this room. On the right side is the automatic radar detection test zone. The radar detection range can be verified here, and the test data will be shown and stored in the related computer. In this room, we got inspection tools such as X-ray machine, ROSE tester, and a microscope that can magnify image up to 2,000 times. Then on the first floor, we have other test requirements. Mechanical shock table is used to test products for its endurance of mechanical shock. 3-in-1 temperature test chamber is used to perform the high temperature test, low temperature test, and vibration test. Okay guys, what I have shown you today are only parts of the competitive that Steelmate production line and testing center obtain. If you want to learn more about Steelmate, please join us in online Canton Fair. Hope you guys can enjoy it. Bye!
Hello guys, I am Will. I have the basic introduction for our TBS side. Then just listen to my voice. You can see my face now, and then you can see that this is our solar TBS. This is for the S11. This is for the S12, F12, F12, and this model is our very small one. Is for the TB U1I for the hand unit motor. So for the basic introduction, just now we have the basic introduction for the TBS, and then let me have some detail point for the detailed introduction for our solar TBS. You can see that this model is the S11 model. Now is very popular in our Vietnam market, and our show agent is the anti-model, and can be our brand in the Vietnam and in some kind of the Southeast Asian market is top selling now for our Steelmate brand. And then you can see that this display is the solar panel display. And let me have the basic introduction for how to setting the parameter. You can see that this is the spiral button. And then there is another button. When we want to go into the parameter setting situation, we can long press this spiral button for the 4 seconds. You can listen to the one beat sound, and then there is the tire pressure unit for you to choose. This is the PSI, and then when you want to choose the bar, you can press this button again, and you can see the bar unit. And then if you confirm to use this unit, you can press the spiral again, and then will be the high pressure data setting. This is the 3.3 data. This is for the high temperature setting. And then this is for the low temperature setting. This low temperature setting is the 1.7. And then this is the high temperature data setting. When you finish setting this one by one, you can long press this spiral button again to save the data you are setting. A pairing. But because in some situation when you want to choose the sensor, you need to have the type pairing situation. Type pairing situation, you need to press this spiral button for the 5 times. Then you can see that it can come into this situation. You can use another button to select the sensor you want to pair. You can see that is the data showing that time. When you select one tile, you can freeze the tile pressure, and then the data will be updated in the display for the data you are showing of the tile. When you finish tile pressure pairing, you can long press this button to go outside. So it's finished pairing. If you want to change the sensor, so you have to go into the tile sensor pairing process. This is our solar display TPS. And I can repeat again for the function scenery of it. You can see that this is the high temperature. This is the high pressure. This is the low pressure. And this is the fast pressure leakage. You can see that the pressure is to be 2.2, 2.1, 2.0 to leakage data to have the warning for you. So this is our model of our S11.
How many displays do are available? Display.
And then this is our other model of our solar TPS. Sorry, one moment. You can see that there will be another model. Is our S12. Just I mentioned on the PPT situation, we have the different design display model for our customer to choose. This is our S11. This is our S12. Also, so this is another display for our customer to choose. And these two display also have the one advantage. It's same. it has the light. You have the light under the cover. So this light will be flash when in the nighttime situation. It will be blue. You can see that. And in the abnormal situation, when such as the high temperature, you can see that there is the red flash light to remind this is in the abnormal situation. So this is our design for this solar TPS display. This is all about our solar TPS, and then we also have another TPS.
Yes.
We have another TPS. We call it the TPU1i. This is the USB plug TPS. It can be plug our USB onto the hand unit to show the data of the hand unit. So my colleague Tina will have the basic introduction for this product.
Yes, for this model, it's included this color box. One receiver, 4 sensors, and a manual, also a stick. Will, do you know this is for what?
This is the sticker label. This means that when you install our Steelmate TPS, so you have the sensor alongside the tire. So this means you will show. This means the wheels will have the sensor of our TPS. When you install our TPS, you can stick this label onto the wheel side so that your wheel with our TPS sensor, just like this.
Okay, thank you. For this model, we have this feature of it have a human virus warning, and it have 5 years to sell long life battery. Yes, and another feature is for this model, the 2 tiles pressure and temperature at a glance. Yes, for it can also compatible for Android in dash in entertainment. Firstly, we will have a brief introduction about the interface.
This is the USB part.
Yeah.
That means you can just plug this USB onto the hand unit side, so it can have the data show on our hand unit.
Yes, firstly we need to install the app, and then insert the USB to the port of the car. Let me have a brief introduction of the interface. This is barcode icon. This is tire pressure, tire temperature. This is tire position, tire unit, and tire pressure unit, tire temperature unit. This is a setting icon. Next, I want to show how to setting. Sorry. Press this item.
方便你自己看。
For studies, for operation unit have two choice. It's up to the customer requirement. After your setting, press this, clicking this button, and the maximum pressure. For this maximum pressure, when your pressure reach to 129%, the system will arm. Minimum pressure. If your tire pressure below the 65%, the system will arm. Temperature unit. You can set up to your favorite. Max temperature. Maximum temperature. And the board time level. For this function, we have six choice. The longer time is the higher date and the longer time.
Let me have the clear introduction for this function.
Yeah.
You can see that there is the 5-point number for you to choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then if you choose the 5, and then will be the show for the this because our USB TPS the screen will show on the hand unit for some time, and after some time will be show the other side of the hand unit when you using other app. So when you choose the number 5, there will be the longer time show on the hand unit, and then when you choose the number 1, there will be the shorter time show on the hand unit. That's just like this explanation. So continue, Tina.
Okay, thank you. And the next is the call alarm sound. You can click yes or no. And the next is floating window.
Floating window. This car alarm sound that means the human voice warning for remind you what situation happened, such as when the left tire pressure is very high, so it's very and will be the human voice remind you left tire pressure high to remind you. So this is for your selection, and then next is the floating window. Floating window just like this icon.
Okay.
This icon. When you open this function, when you come out, so you can see that there will be a floating icon for you to show on this. So lonely to show on full screen. Full screen. And then when you have the situation such as the low pressure, there will warning to push out to remind you the situation. So this is a very small screen for you. So it's very convenient and a very fashion function for our product. And then this is this device alarm sound is just mean the beep sound from the USB side. And next is the tire matching.
Yeah.
Do you know what it means the tire matching? There is the 3 lessons for it.
Yeah.
Do you know how what the difference of it? let me also have the basic introduction for it. The first point is the sensor match. Sensor match is for the low mode. This means for the low mode sensor match, such as when you want to choose the left tire sensor, you can choose plug this side, and so will be shown on the green icon, and then you can inflate and deflate the pressure, and then will be the data will update on this side so we can finish the sensor match. When you finish this all 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 sensor matching, so you can finish and then to go out. And then the last is the matcher matching. What is the matcher matching? That means we use our stalemate, use our another stalemate part. We call it sensor parallel. Why we call it sensor parallel? Because it's the very good parallel for our sensor matching. Because when you can see that there will be the 4 tile sensor, and then you can see that there will also be the 4 button of our matcher, of our sensor parallel. When you have the one car for match 4 sensor one time, just you use this. You can such as when you have you want to have the data of the left front tire, you can just press this button first, and then to read the data around the tire side, and then and then the left right side tire, and then read the data, and then wheel right, and then wheel front, one by one. When you finish to read the data of the tile, and then to go close to the USB, and then press this original button, so the data will be shown all on the hand unit. So that means you no need to deflate or inflate any tire pressure. Just use this sensor parallel to finish the sensor pairing process. Okay. That's very, very convenient for the sensor and save the time and the labor cost if you use this sensor parallel. And then the last is the tire position interchange. One is just like with you normally we have to change the tire when we drive our car for some distance and for some tire, just like the 2 year or the 2 year we need to change the front tire to the rear tire to ensure our tire to be the longer lifespan. And when you have this situation, we no need to remove the sensor, just to handle on the hand unit. Just you want to change the left front and the right rear right tire, we just choose this tire and then press this icon to change the tire position. So this is the basic introduction for the tile matching. And then the next point is the language. You can see that there is several languages we can choose. Right here, English and Chinese. And if some customer want to update another language such as Japanese, such as the Indonesian and Thailandese, so it's okay. Just feedback asks you what language you want. We just update our UI, so you can use the language you want for our product. So this is all about our basic introduction of our USB TPS. Tina, could you please show the functioneer? What happened with have the low pressure is where how happened for it for this screen? Okay. You show for our friends. So you can see that when we had a low pressure, the tire will show which tire have the abnormal situation, and then will be the logo on it. You have the abnormal situation, and then you can see that there is the word. Sorry, mistake. You can see that there is the word on it. This is for the human voice warning for the hand unit, and then will be the beep sound for the USB. So here's the double warning for you. And Tina, do you have any other question about the USB TPS? Or
Yes,
which part you not clear about?
Yes, I think Will is very crucial for this product. But I want to know. My phone is with Android system. Can my phone to like this?
For the Android system flow, we lost just to use our USB plug to plug into it, because as you see, it is the battery consumption part. So if we plug the USB plug into our phone, it's very fast to consume the power of our phone battery. So we just use our USB plug into our hand to use it for the TPS. And then for the Android system version, it can be used for the about 4.0 version Android system. That means it can cover over 90% of the Android system hand units around the world. So it's very normal for the use for our TPS. And another point I want to mention is that you can see that there is the part, there will be many plug on the hand unit, right? But this USB only can be plugged into the power supply port, can be used, because there will be some projects just for the data transmission, low power for it. So if we plug our USB in this port, can be used. So you need to be cautious. We must use our USB to plug into have the port which have the power supply. Any other question, Tina?
Okay, another one is how are this our product can suitable for all car?
Pardon?
Our products, yes, this model
Yeah.
is suitable for all kind of car.
This model, this US model is for the car which we have the Android system unit, hand unit, and this hand system will be about the 4.0, and this USB TPS at this moment cannot be used for the iOS system, just only available for the Android system.
Okay.
And this is all about our today TPS introduction. And then for more information, we will have more products in our our college introduction for the last product. I believe our StillMate product will be the very impressive for every fans, and I believe our fans will choose our StillMate product when you see it, when you use it. When you use it, you can continue to buy all product range to use your car, to ensure you have the very pleasant and very safety driving. Thank you all.
Yes. For the next honor is the Ivan and Dong about the parking assist system. Please wait. Thank you.
Thank you all. Bye bye. 这很紧张，不是？
The world's first four-wheeled car was produced in Germany in 1886. And since then, the automotive industry ushered in a blowout period of development. With the tremendously industrial growth of in recent years, the automotive industry has officially entered the mature stage from the growth stage. As the world is moving forward, so does the automotive industry. The world automotive industry is evolving at a strikingly fast pace characterized by more sensor fusion solutions, smarter control system, and faster real-time networked system. And this is what exactly Steelmate has been working on. Steelmate Company Limited has been focusing on the design and development of the automotive safety electronics for the automotive aftermarket since 1993, when it was established, and with great achievements made in the past 2 decades, it has become one of the leading automotive parts provider in China, specializing in design, manufacture, and sale of automotive safety electronics. In 2003, Steelmate strategically expanded into OE business with dedication to OE market for over a decade. Steelmate has forged a reliable business relationship with mainstream car manufacturers such as JinAC, Chang'an Auto, Geely Auto, Chery Auto, Great Wall Motor, Xiaopeng Auto, BAIC Motor. As a technically leading automotive electronics provider, Steelmate is always customer-oriented and has independently developed Body Control Module BCM series with extraordinary data computing and processing abilities. BCM is capable of centralized control of a variety of in-car electronic devices, such as electronic device for door and window control, central control lock, remote alarm system, light control, wiper control, to further satisfy customer demand on more convenient driving. Steelmate makes a step forward to launch IBCM that integrates multiple functions of the BCMs. Keyless Entry and Start PEPS series with low frequency and low frequency two-way wireless communication. PEPS is able to remotely control opening car door and starting the car when the PEPS is detected in the defined range. Advanced RFID radio frequency identification technology used when authorized the vehicle to activate the system functions such as automatic unlock, keyless ignition. T-Box to follow the industrial trend of intelligent and convenient driving. Steelmate rolls out T-Box system, which enables the interactive functions between internet and hardware in the vehicle, making it possible to view vehicle status, to control or start vehicle remotely through the app in smartphone that is designed to participate in the vehicle control system. Furthermore, Steelmate has technically engaged in the development of Parking Assist System (PAS), Tire Pressure Monitoring System (TPMS), and is offering on the market a set of automotive electronic solutions, including sensors, controllers, and networked devices, in order to serve the car manufacturer better and keep in alignment with the automotive development trend. Steelmate established the Guangdong Engineering Technology (RNB) Center by taking advantage of high-performance data processing and strategy algorithm in onboard computer and 5G-based connectivity to facilitate the traffic information between vehicle and man, vehicle and road. Vehicle and back-end control systems exchanged and shared in a more intelligent manner, achieving a safer, greener, and more enjoyable driving. With the product development experience and technical accumulations gained from OE business, Steelmate upgrades the products that target aftermarket business, attaching more importance to technology and quality of products. Since 1993, Steelmate has served millions of drivers in over 12,000 outlets in more than 800 cities across China to meet the requirements of aftermarket. Steelmate has launched over 5,000 types of automotive electronics all through these years, including Car Alarm System, CAS, as China's #1 brand in car alarm system. Steelmate has developed a number of car alarm systems, including one-way alarm and two-way alarms, which are both stylish and trendy. With in-depth analysis of consumer preferences in the market, Steelmate will be continuously offering drivers more options of alarm solutions. Tire pressure monitoring system, TPMS, evolving from black-white display to color display, from powered by electrical power supply to solar energy, from external sensor to built-in sensor. Steelmate TPMS has emerged as the best product of its kind, a benchmark in the industry. In 2019, Steelmate Mini Ones, a multifunctional TPMS specifically designed for women, made its debut. It keeps the original TPMS function while integrating more daily life convenience, such as in-car scent freshener, mobile phone holder, and parking number reminder, together with its Microm's color scheme, making it well received among female drivers. Parking Assist System, PAS, with in-depth command of ultrasonic sensing technology. Steelmate developed parking sensors for both front and rear obstacle detection. The system is able to detect accurately the obstacles and remind drivers of the distance, assisting drivers with driving in narrow lanes, reverse parking, and parallel parking. Blind spot detection, BSD, with microwave radar technology. Steelmate developed a blind spot detection system that can detect approaching cars from blind or from the neighboring lanes entering the blind zones, and then remind drivers of being cautious when changing or merging lanes under such circumstances, helping drivers keep a safer driving in harsh environments such as in rainy, foggy, or snowy weather. Front collision warning, FCW. Steelmate was the first company adopting military-grade microwave radar technology to develop FCW that detect accurately the dynamic distance between the front vehicles when driving at a speed of over 30 km/h. The system can work well all day long without being influenced by bad environment such as in rain, foggy, snowy, and hazy weather, and issue warnings if necessary to avoid potential collisions. WISE driving safety system, an integration of multiple functional modules. In 2019, Steelmate brought forward the innovative concept of multi-modular safety application configurations and later revealed its WISE driving safety system, which integrated the various safety functions used for safe driving and displayed all the real-time driving data via its DVR screen, existing Android infotainment dashboard or LED screen, thus improving significantly the driving safety and comfort. This system also is designed to allow drivers to select their favorite safety applications based on personal requirements and purchase preferences. Hammer Audio. Driving, besides being safe, should also be enjoyable. Steelmate has dived deep in the research in car audio and created Hammer Audio brand with a set of audio products including DSP power amplifier, onboard power amplifier, onboard subwoofer, and high-quality loudspeaker. With the customer-tailored products and services, Steelmate is providing drivers with a safer and more acoustically enjoyable ride. Every innovation is by no means accidental, adhering to the principle that innovation creates productivity. Steelmate has established a large R&D team with more than 1,000 professionals who are involved in research and design programs with universities and research institutes, as well as business partners such as Chongqing University, Beijing Institute of Technology, and Guangdong University of Technology, Hong Kong Applied Science and Technology Research Institute, MeterTech Incorporated, Hong Kong Productivity Cantor. In addition, Steelmate established a strategic partnership with world-known European and American companies and were granted for more than 500 local and international patents with over 70,000 technical articles published. Where there's no standard, there's no quality. This is the universally acknowledged rule in manufacturing sector. In this regard, Steelmate has passed the strict management system of IATF 16949-2016 specifically for automotive industry and other standards such as ISO 9001, ISO 14000. All these standards and systems are being kept effectively running to ensure the quality. Steelmate Industrial Park covers an area of more than 60,000 square meters and are mainly equipped with 45 modern production lines, a fully automatic AK1 workshop, an in-house mold workshop, and ISO 17025 compliant testing center. All are respectively arrayed with high-speed, high-precision automatic machinery from world-class companies in Germany and Japan, like Siemens and Yamaha. Solid product development and production capacity, together with continuous pursuit of innovation and high quality, are the making of Steelmate. This is what Steelmate stands in China. Think safety. Think Steelmate. This is a serious commitment made by the Steelmate that to serve each and every customer with the most willing heart all through the entire process, starting from product innovation to product after-sales service. Having customers' voices listened, their requirements satisfied, and their defective products freely returned. Steelmate actively organizes marketing meetings with deeply studying customer requirements and established Steelmate Business School with top consulting institutions to map out optimal product marketing solutions based on marketing strategy and image promotion of service provider, thereby creating a new business value chain in the aftermarket business by helping service providers to build more connections with customers and then achieve more footfalls. Steelmate in the world. Steelmate stands high in Chinese market and is expanding into world market. Steelmate is vigorously expanding into international market by exploring in-depth cooperation with famous overseas automotive parts brands to cater to the needs of customers worldwide. So far, Steelmate has provided for millions of overseas drivers with various products that found good markets there. Moreover, since 2003, Steelmate has kept attending overseas automotive exhibitions and frequently won international awards, demonstrating Chinese quality products and the refreshing image of Chinese enterprise. By 2020, Steelmate products have been exported to and sold in over 8,000 outlets in more than 50 countries and regions worldwide. With quality products and trustworthy brand service, Steelmate products are highly recognized by customers at home and abroad.
Για πάνω από 10 χρόνια. Σκεφτείτε με ασφάλεια, σκεφτείτε Steelmate.
Ja Steelmate toodab maailma parimaid parkimishaldureid.
Think Steelmate. Steelmate yra patikimas mūsų partneris daugiau nei 10 metų.
Steelmate has been our reliable partner for years with high quality products.
Steelmate has been our reliable partner for years with high quality products. Think safety, think Steelmate.
Друзям і знайомим. Переможемо разом!
Allowing me to manage my tire pressure conveniently and safely.
Think safety, think Steelmate.
将军的产品是一个值得信赖与经营的品牌。
Think safety, think Steelmate.
Компания Avix сотрудничает с Steelmate с 2000 года. Мы будем
未来的市场发展，我们依然会选择铁将军的产品。
老品牌，质量好，是每个车主不二之选。
将军大品牌，质量优，价格合理。铁将军出品，成倍高。
或者出来什么新的产品嘛，我们会继续推荐。
与铁将军的合作非常愉快，我坚持相信铁将军的产品。
跟铁将军合作，放心。
铁将军出品，从未让我失望。
想到安全，想到铁将军。
想到安全，想到安全，
想到安全，想到安全，
想到安全，
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 想到铁将军，
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 想到铁将军，耶！
想到铁将军，
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 想到铁将军。
As a leader in automotive electronics, Steelmate has always been at the forefront of making automotive safety electronics available on the market in China. This is Steelmate. a dominating achiever in China, a vigorous competitor in the world. Think safety, think Steelmate.
Xiao Xin.
Hello everyone, I'm your host Ivan today. I'm from Steelmate, and today I will display with my colleague Don together.
Yes, hello everyone, I'm Don. Very happy to see you here.
Yeah, yes, if I remember correctly, in the April, we also have another show for Canton Fair, and this time we meet you again, and for sure we will bring you more new products, and we are very appreciate that you come to the showroom and spend your time here and spend with us. Okay, so today before we introduce our products, I would like to share a video to show you what is Steelmate, and you will have an idea and first impression how Steelmate like.
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead for the video.
The world's first four-wheeled car was produced in Germany in 1886. And since then, the automotive industry ushered in a blowout period of development. With the tremendously industrial growth in recent years, the automotive industry has officially entered the mature stage from the growth stage. As the world is moving forward, so does the automotive industry. the world automotive industry is evolving at a strikingly faster pace characterized by more sensor fusion solutions, smarter control system, and faster real-time networked system. And this is what exactly Steelmate has been working on. Steelmate Company Limited has been focusing on the design and development of the automotive safety electronics for the automotive aftermarket since 1993, when it was established, and with great achievements made in the past 2 decades, it has become one of the leading automotive parts provider in China, specializing in design, manufacture, and sale of automotive safety electronics. In 2003, Steelmate strategically expanded into OE business with dedication to OE market for over a decade. Steelmate has forged a reliable business relationship with mainstream car manufacturers such as JAC, Chang'an Auto, Geely Auto, Chery Auto, Great Wall Motor, Xiaopeng Auto, BAIC Motor. As a technically leading automotive electronics provider, Steelmate is always customer-oriented and has independently developed Body Control Module BCM series with extraordinary data computing and processing abilities. BCM is capable of centralized control of a variety of in-car electronic devices, such as electronic device for door and window control, central control lock, remote alarm system, light control, wiper control, to further satisfy customer demand on more convenient driving. Steelmate makes a step forward to launch IBCM that integrates multiple functions of the BCMs. Keyless Entry and Start PEPS series with low frequency and low frequency two-way wireless communication. PEPS is able to remotely control opening car door and starting the car when the PEPS is detected in the defined range. Advanced RFID radio frequency identification technology used when authorized the vehicle to activate the system functions such as automatic unlock, keyless ignition. T-Box to follow the industrial trend of intelligent and convenient driving. Steelmate rolls out T-Box system, which enables the interactive functions between internet and hardware in the vehicle, making it possible to view vehicle status, to control or start vehicle remotely through the app in smartphone that is designed to participate in a vehicle control system. Furthermore, Steelmate has technically engaged in the development of Parking Assist System (PAS), Tire Pressure Monitoring System (TPMS), and is offering on the market a set of automotive electronic solutions, including sensors, controllers, and networked devices, in order to serve the car manufacturer better and keep in alignment with the automotive development trend. Steelmate established the Guangdong Engineering Technology (R&D) Center by taking advantage of high-performance data processing and strategy algorithm in onboard computer and 5G-based connectivity to facilitate the traffic information between vehicle and man, vehicle and road. Vehicle and back-end control systems exchanged and shared in a more intelligent manner, achieving a safer, greener, and more enjoyable driving. With the product development experience and technical accumulations gained from OE business, Steelmate upgrades the products that target aftermarket business, attaching more importance to technology and quality of products. Since 1993, Steelmate has served millions of drivers in over 12,000 outlets in more than 800 cities across China to meet the requirements of aftermarket. Steelmate has launched over 5,000 types of automotive electronics all through these years, including Car Alarm System (CAS). As China's #1 brand in car alarm system, Steelmate has developed a number of car alarm systems, including one-way alarm and two-way alarms, which are both stylish and trendy. With in-depth analysis of consumer preferences in the market, Steelmate will be continuously offering drivers more options of alarm solutions. Tire Pressure Monitoring System (TPMS), involving from black-white display to color display, from powered by electrical power supply to solar energy, from external sensor to built-in sensor. Steelmate TPMS has emerged as the best product of its kind, a benchmark in the industry. In 2019, Steelmate Mini Ones, a multifunctional TPMS specifically designed for women, made its debut. It keeps the original TPMS function while integrating more daily life convenience, such as in-car scent freshness scanner, mobile phone holder, and parking number reminder, together with its Microm's color scheme, making it well received among female drivers. Parking Assist System, PAS, with in-depth command of ultrasonic sensing technology, Steelmate developed parking sensors for both front and rear obstacle detection. The system is able to detect accurately the obstacles and remind drivers of the distance, assisting drivers with driving in narrow lanes, reverse parking, and parallel parking, blind spot detection, BSD, with microwave radar technology. Steelmate developed a blind spot detection system that can detect approaching cars from blind or from the neighboring lanes entering the blind zones, and then remind drivers of being cautious when changing or merging lanes under such circumstances, helping drivers keep a safer driving in harsh environments such as in rainy, foggy, or snowy weather. Front collision warning, FCW. Steelmate was the first company adopting military-grade microwave radar technology to develop FCW that detect accurately the dynamic distance between the front vehicles when driving at a speed of over 30 km per hour. The system can work well all day long without being influenced by bad environment such as in rain, foggy, snowy, and hazy weather, and issue warnings if necessary to avoid potential collisions. One's driving safety system and integration of multiple functional modules. In 2019, Steelmate brought forward the innovative concept of multi-modular safety application configuration.
Well, let's come back to our initial. After the video, I think you will have a first impression of who is Steelmate. So who is Steelmate? Who am I? Who are we? Actually, Steelmate, number one, Steelmate is the first company who manufacture the car alarm system in China since 28 years before. Am I correct, Tom?
Almost.
Yeah.
Yes.
Same. So our founder, Mr. Liang Pei, actually he was an engineer since 20 years ago, and then because it's very it's just one opportunity, he lost his motorcycle at that time, and he's very sad and decides to have something. Have a device which can be keep our motorcycle safe, and then he devised a car alarm system for the motorcycle alarm system for the motorcycle at that time. So since that we became a very professional alarm system for automotive
yes.
in the market, yes. And secondly, with the development, we have different of the products in our company, like tire pressure monitoring system, and like blind spot detecting, and also we work with many famous car factory in China as well. And for example, like Honda.
Yeah, Honda.
Yeah, Honda, yes. And also Trans, right?
Trans.
Yeah, Trans. Yeah, Trans.
Yes,
yes, and also the Hyma. Yeah. We actually we work with some safety device which about like the electric products, alarm system, tire pressure monitoring, the sensor, and parking sensor.
Yes.
Yes, something like that. But today we are going to introduce you with our parking sensor.
Okay.
Okay. So you can see we have different models on our table. But before we introduce that, Tom, you know, we should on the same way to office normally when we go to office, right? When we go to a company, and you should notice that my car has was scratched by an accident. You can see it in my rear bumper, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, this was caused by my wife. Because as a lady driver, he's most focused on the baby, and not sometimes maybe my daughter in the car as well. So he's just ignored that there is some object on beside her car. So he cannot find that, and easy to get scratched during his driving.
Yes.
And after that, I have no time. I still have no time to repair that. But I already get the quote from a car shop. They inform me that the cost of repairing for this scratch is around 600. Yeah, 600 RMB. And I just thinking, our parking system, I think in the market the price is not over than 500 RMB, right? Am I correct?
Yes, or maybe
less than that.
200.
Yeah, 200, 300 on the market. So I'm just thinking if I can buy this parking sensor earlier, so maybe I can avoid this kind of issue. And I have no need to pay for 600 to the car shop to repairing the scratch. Yeah. So I think this is very important. So for our daily driving with the parking sensor. My second question is that does your car have a parking sensor?
Yes, my car has just only one parking sensor for the rear parking.
Okay, for at the rear bumper, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it is come from the car factory, or you insert after you get the car?
I bought it from e-market before I come into Steelmate. So my parking sensor is also from Steelmate, and I use it already for maybe 2 or 3 years. So it is still working well.
Still working well. So the performance is very good.
Yeah.
Okay. And okay. So my car is also come with only the rear sensor. But I don't have the front sensor. That's why when I get the scratch on my car, I have decided to make a front sensor as well on my front bumper. Okay.
Sounds great.
Yes. And okay. So okay. Maybe let's start to introduce our products now.
Yes. So let's see what is
which one you will be
introduce.
Yeah, I think to introduce the first model for PTS 410. Maybe this one. Okay. PTS 410. For this system, actually we have a very special function on it. We have dual purpose. What is dual purpose? The dual purpose is we can use it as a front sensor, but also we can use it as a rear sensor. Okay. So that means we have this set. Whenever our customer they buy maybe because our customer some customer is a wholesaler, some customer is an importer. So they will just thinking what they should do when the customer come to their shop and ask them, I need a front sensor. Okay. So and another customer come to their shop and ask them if you have a rear sensor. So they will under normal practice, normally they will maybe need to buy front sensor, they to purchase front sensor and purchase rear sensor with total 2 sensors to their inventory. But with this model, they will just buy order only one model. Yes, for their inventory. And if they have just this model in their stock, no matter the customer come to their store and asks, if you have front sensor or rear sensor, you can just have this model for them. Right? Yeah. So what's special? Well, let's open the box. Okay. Firstly, we have a user menu. Yeah, user menu here. I believe some customer they might need a different language on the menu. So actually, we can do different language for the menu, but currently the standard one is English. Yes, with English. So if you are come from Spain or from Japan or some other Asia country or Middle East country, you can just if you do require for the language, just send us the test and we will arrange the different language accordingly. Okay. So this is for the menu. And okay, here we have, and this is the ECU, right? ECU, and yeah. So we have different switch here. This is for what? When we use as a rear sensor, we just adjust the switch here to the rear mode, right? And when we use for as a front sensor, also adjust the switch here to change the front sensor mode. Okay. And this one is tooling, right? Tooling. Yes. You know, if our car without a sensor before after they come out from the car factory, there will the bumper will be without any holes for install a sensor, because they don't know if the end user are willing to add a sensor, because this is DIY and depend on the demand of the end user. So we will have this one as well for our user, so they can very easy to do the installation by a cut shop with this tooling to cut the hole. Okay, so when they finish the cutting, we can just install this sensor into their car. Okay, and for the sensor, for this one, actually this sensor is a top bumper mounting sensor, and we have another one. Okay, can you show this one? Yes. Okay, for this one is 40D chop. Okay, you can see, you can touch here. It's very it's top mounting. Okay, sorry. Here is top mounting. That means it's on the surface. Okay, but we have another one like this one, 14D13. This one is fast mount. It's look like very light. It look like a car. Yeah, like a OE sensor. So we can, if we install this one, so we can thinking the people will be same as the one come from the car factory. Okay, so this one will be look better, but this one will be with a more competitive price. Yes. But for this one, the standard is with the top bumper mounting sensor. If you like, we can change the fast mount sensor for you. Just depend on the customer. Okay. So for every unit, we will have total four sensor. We have total 4 sensor. Okay. And for this is can be a front sensor and rear sensor as well. Just depend on the
questions. So you know, here is the black color. So what if My car is white or red and some color. So can the color be customized?
Yeah, sure. Actually, we have a Pantone booth. Yes, we have any color. Yes, a color chart, and the customer can choose different color. Yeah, for the sensor, we have different color to match the car. But because normally the car will be black and white, so we will very recommend our customer to choose black and white in their stock to apply different demand from market. But anyway, I think the customer they will have the data of the market, and we know different quantity on the different car and which one is the popular. Just let us know the color and we will just match with different sensor with you.
Yes.
Okay, and also this is for the cable. We have 4 sensors, so we have 4 cable as well. And this cable is for ECU. Okay. This is what's this done?
This is sometimes if we
for replacement.
Yes, sometimes if we install the sensors into the bumper, but different bumper has different angles, so we can use this frame to adjust the angle.
Yeah, adjust the angle. Okay. And also we have one more for accessories. Yes, and this is also accessories. Okay. Yeah, this is all inside this. And the customer may ask, maybe they are from Russia.
Yes.
Yeah, and the weather condition is very hot.
Yes.
And sometimes it's windy, sometimes heavy raining and snowing. They are just thinking if our sensor could be work under this terrible environment.
Yeah.
So you don't worry for that, because our sensor have been shipped to Russia for many years, almost 10 years, and without even one complaint from the market. And we do have many tests inside our inside our company and the laboratory. Yes, and the result is very good.
Okay.
Yeah, under a very low temperature and with a very high temperature, the work performance is very good as well. So you don't worry about that.
So what is the temperature range?
The temperature range for the sensor is minus 45 degree to 85 degree.
Okay.
Yeah. So, do you have any other question for this parking sensor?
Yeah, but I believe many customers want to know more about what model we have. Different market has different demand.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe sometimes they have not just the how to say. They maybe in their market they has the car like a truck and pick up. So is the sensors can fit their car?
Actually, for this sensor is only applied for the normal vehicle. Okay. It's not applied for the truck or any pickup, because for the pickup, normally our rear bumper is made by metal.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, am I correct? So if you use this normal sensor, the performance could be affected by the metal.
Okay.
So we are not recommend to install this sensor into for truck or for pickup. But we do have another choice. Like this one.
This model.
Yeah, this model PTS 400 W1 COM. This is special for pickup and truck. I will show you what difference between
Yes.
the PTS 411 and for this model.
So
Okay, let's
see
open
what
it.
it is.
Yeah. Okay. I will show. Yeah, the menu. Yeah, we can change the language as well. Okay. So let's take out this one. So what different from this parking sensor is that we have this one, the brackets, which install on the rear bumper.
Okay.
Yeah, which controlled by mantle. So with this one and our sensor. Sorry, where is the sensor for this sensor? Yeah, sensor. Okay, we just put our sensor here. Oh, sorry. Yes, we need to take out this one.
Oh, don't know.
Nóng cái đó.
뭐가 문제야?
점점. Okay. Now we have installed the sensor into this bracket, and with this bracket, we don't need to directly contact the sensor with the mantle. So we just fit this bracket to the mantle, to the bumper, and will not affect the performance for the sensor.
Okay.
So that is special for the truck and the pickup. But for this one, we have only brusher. Yeah.
Brusher.
Yeah, with this brusher for the for reminding us when we parking.
Okay.
With this brusher, the function is we can adjust the volume, right? Yes, we can adjust different volume, and we can make it multi as well.
Yes, I like the looking.
Yeah, the look is very strong, right?
It looks like a subwoofer.
Yeah, it looks like a subwoofer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this
Very,
is a good design.
Yeah. The people who the passenger may thinking, oh, you have one more speaker, one more subwoofer, small subwoofer on your car.
Right.
Yeah. And the other will be almost same. Yeah, we have the ECU as well.
The ECU looks a bit different from the PT.
Yeah, a little bit different.
410.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be more, how to say, IP degree.
Yeah,
maybe
the degree IP degree is higher. Is IP is S7, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's S7.
Because you know the pickup running on the very hard condition.
Yeah, very heavy condition.
So the water resistance grade should be better.
Yeah, should be better. And actually, this performance is we make it very cheap, and the water resistance level is higher.
Yeah.
And also will be applied for different heavy condition environment.
Yeah, so this is a very special
model. A special water. Okay. And it can apply for the 24-watt pickup. Yeah. Okay. Any else for this clip? For this one? Oh, I forgot the
any special features?
I think the others should be same as the PTS 411, but just special for the truck.
Okay.
So can we move to?
So what is more?
But I think some customer, they are from different market.
Yes.
Yes, and some is the quality sensitivity, and some other is the price sensitivity because it's applied to different market. We did know some market will maybe more interesting in price sensitivity. They are looking for a better price and better products with same product with a better price.
So will you have economic?
Economic and very basic model like C1. Yeah. C1 is specialized for the economy market. The package is a little bit simple than the PTS41. But anyway, the solution, the proposal is also made by Steelmate, so you don't worry about the quantity, the quality. Okay. Yeah. This is the menu. We can change different language as well. It is the ECU here. It's a very small ECU. Okay. But for this model, we don't have a display, but with only brusher. Yeah. The brusher can adjust the volume and also adjust the thickness. So when we have we can choose high thickness or low thickness.
Yes.
Just depend on you. Okay. And the sensor will be same as our other sensor, so the performance will be same. But if you do want to change can we change this sensor to the fast mount sensor?
I
think it should be.
But as you know, for the model C1, so I don't suggest to change the.
Because this is the base code model, and I
think this can.
Maybe this one will be okay. Yeah, for the market, because if we change another fast mount model, the cost will be higher.
Yeah.
So it's will be affect the price. Okay, and also this for cable. Connect cable. Yeah. Also and some other accessories. Okay. It's a very standard sensor for rear, right?
Yes.
But it's more like a promotion model to the market with a very low price, with very competitive price and good quality. So we are very welcome our OEM customer to order this model with a big quantity and do promotion.
Okay.
But I do know some customer, they may ask, they don't like only the buzzer, they may need a display. Yeah, so if they want a display, we have another model can be introduced to you. The P2. Okay, P2. Yeah, the P2, the package is better and with the Steelmate brand. So we welcome the agent who distribute our brand in your market. Okay. This P2, what different from C1? Actually, we have same ECU, but for this one, we can have a display. Okay, for display with the brusher inside. Okay. So this is very easy to check what is the distance between the object and your bumper. So will be more safer when we daily driving. Okay, this is for the display. And this one, I think we don't have a human voice for this model, right?
I don't remember. Maybe this one. It just shows the digital, maybe.
Yes, it's very
no human voice.
Standard one, okay. The base one, base code one. And also this is the whole tooling, right? Same as the PTS 1, but it's a little bit how to say, it's a little bit economy, because this is our purpose is make the more competitive price for this model. Yeah, so the accessory will be less than the PTS41, but the performance and quality will be same. Okay. And I forgot to told you that why we very recommend for this model, and I will introduce this one in the beginning, because even we have only the brochure for this model, but we can still change different display if you like. We have different display like LCD display, LED display. It depends on, we have almost 30 model for choosing, right?
Yes, 31.
Yes.
30.
So you can choose LCD and LED display as well, together with the brochure. So we have more choice for our customer.
Yes.
Okay. Any question, Don?
No, but I think maybe some customer would like to know what is the minimum quantity for each model, and yes, so sometimes if they just want to become our customer and they don't like to order much quantity, so yeah, so maybe we have set a minimum quantity for them.
Actually, our minimum order quantity is at least 1,000 pieces for each model. But if you are planning to be our distributor in your market, we will every time if you want to order different model, just let us know the model number. We will check if we have any stock in our company and with the Steelmate logo.
Yes.
Yeah, because our Steelmate have been sold to all over the world. So normally we will have stock for Steelmate logo if you can be a distributor.
So it means if we have stock, so the customer don't
worry about the MOQ. Yeah, but anytime you should check with us and see if we have stock.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And okay. And any other question?
So maybe let's ask to summary some features for all the models we introduced today.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Don, can you just do a summary?
We have a list to summarize the features about the items we introduced today. Okay, for the PTS 411, as you mentioned, that is a dual purpose parking sensors. So that model can be used as front parking sensors, and it also can be a rear parking assist system. So also you missed the features about the self-testing function. Yeah, so self-testing function, it means after you install the sensors and when you turn on your car, and the device can test by itself to test if the system
everything good.
Yeah, so it can test by themselves to test if it works smoothly after you install it. Also, you miss the features of running the toolbar and spare wheel detection. These features means after you install you finish the installation, and if your car is how to say it's a
SUV,
SUV with a tow bar.
With a tow bar.
Yes, with a tow bar behind your car ends. So sometimes in the market, maybe this kind of product cannot test the metal behind your car because they don't have that calculations. So our model can set a model to avoid to detecting the spare tow bar or spare wheel. Okay,
so that means the sensor will run by itself, and if the first time it detect a tow bar at the back of the car, So next time he will learn it and will adjust and calculate by itself and adjust the sensor distance, right?
Yes, it can identify that tow bar will be ignored by the system. Okay. So also
it's very intelligent.
Yes, the sensitivity of the sensors can be adjusted. You know, different car has different heights. So sometimes after you install your sensors, if the sensor sensitivity is too high, it will remind very often. So we can adjust the sensors
sensitivity.
Yes, to avoid this issue. Okay. And we mentioned that the water resistance level is also very high. It is up to IP7, so this will be good for the car when it is running on very hard condition. Okay, so as you mentioned, the model can be used in very low temperature environment, because we designed the parking sensor can be used in very low temperature, like -40 degrees, right?
Yes.
Yes. Above is the main features we are introducing today. Yeah.
Okay. I forgot. I have one more model, because last time a very rich man and asked me. They only serve it for the Lexus car.
Okay.
And his customer asked him if they have any model can have both front sensor and rear sensor. So I just forgot. I have one more model. This one. PTS A10. This is for high level end product, which for front and rear parking assistant. Yeah. So this model is for high-end luxury, and if your customer who want to have both front and rear sensor, you can choose this one. This is very high-end model with LCD display, and also have the text we can see very clearly to check the distance between the object and to your car. Okay, it's very clearly. And then the ECU can be applied for total 8 sensor.
Okay.
So that means we have 4 sensor at rear and 4 sensor at front. Okay. So and this one is the sensor. Okay, we can choose different color. Right.
Okay.
Okay, and also this we have total 8 sensor. Yeah, total 8 sensor for both rear and front. Okay. Yes.
So if I buy a car without any parking sensors,
yeah, this one, yeah, you can just choose this one.
Yes.
Because with the front sensor, we will be much safer when we daily driving. Why? Because for example, when we drive, we have a parking area here, right? Sorry, can I borrow your phone? Okay. Our car is here. This is the parking area, and our car is here. I'm going to park my car to this area, right? Yeah, but I have a word here. If I don't have a parking sensor at front, it will be very easy to damage or get scratched when we do the turning, the tail turning, right? Yeah. But if we have a parking sensor, so when we parking onto this area, you reminding us and with the distance, yeah, between the object to our car. So it will be much better to adjust the car and finish the parking. So I think sometimes the front sensor is also important when our day driving, and if you are looking for a product which have both rear and front, this one will be the best choice for you.
Yes.
Okay.
It seems that the time is almost up.
Yes. Okay. So the time goes very fast, and we are very appreciate that you spending your time with us today. And we are going to have another show tomorrow, right? It's for introduce the car alarm system, if I remember correctly.
Okay. What time is it?
The time should be same as this afternoon. Start at 4 o'clock or 4:30 p.m. Yeah. So we will see you again. And if you have any further inquiry or you would like to get a catalog, just contact with our service team and leave your message into the showroom, and our team will come back to you and send more information to you. Okay. So we see you next time.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. Hổ簡單，
仲有幾分鐘？
係咩？
你差唔多就
收工啦，直接。没有了吧？应该网上没人加了吧？
我子璇没有啊。
我问子璇。一个钟，太少了，一个钟，太累了，一个半钟比较长。
视频都放了很久，好不好？
两个都有。
水了很久的。
水了好久啊。
以前也有视频。
以前也有啊，以前也放啊，不过以前是。
放的更多一点，以前有准备一些。
不过以前有准备。现在都。我聽人講嘅，我聽人講同戲院好似係講同戲院。
聽人。
韓國戲好講，韓國戲對住個 PPT 嚟講嘅。